Welcome to the Makeover Your Mindset podcast. I'm Cassie McKenzie. Think of me as your BFF for manifestation and high vibe mindset makeovers. It's my personal mission to turn your inspiration into action so you can be, do, and have everything you've ever dreamed of having in life. This podcast will focus a ton on creating fulfilling relationships with money, friends, and soulmates, and inspire you to have fun so you can live the most extraordinary life you've ever imagined. If you're ready to take to the next step, then you've come to the right place. Thanks again for joining me. Now let's begin. Hey, welcome back, guys, for another episode of the Makeover Your Mindset podcast. I'm Cassie McKenzie. For those of you, if it's your first time catching me, I'm a money mindset coach that helps women pay off their debt, build up their savings so they can travel the world and do more of the fun shit with money. Let's face it, money is such a polarizing topic, and I'm here to make it easier for you so you learn how to manifest money, manifest a better life, better future for yourself and your family, and it is the reason why I've been put here on earth. So today's episode really centers around what you're energetically available for and how to set new, higher energetic standards for money and for what you're going to accept in your life. And I mean, let's face it, this is really what needs to be done. This is the work that needs to be done. And I can give you all sorts of, strategy and tell you a 5-step way for manifesting more money. But really, if internally your subconscious brain is fighting with what your conscious brain is asking for, then the subconscious is going to win out every day. So take a listen to this one. If you absolutely love this episode of the podcast, do me a favor and screenshot the podcast episode, tag me on Facebook, tell me what you loved. You can subscribe to the podcast, leave a 5-star review. I absolutely love each and every one of these reviews, and I read every single one. It's a way that we can bring more people and awareness to the podcast so that everyone can start hearing these messages and make their lives even better. So again, thank you so much for joining. If you look at the show notes, you'll get some links there for ways to get in touch with me on Facebook at Makeover Your Mindset and on Instagram at Makeover Your Mindset. And there's a link to the private group, the Badass Manifestation Queen, as well. And don't forget about the upcoming retreat in Bali. I'm hosting a retreat for high-performing, high-achieving women who are serious about getting fast results with money, like as in you wanted it done yesterday. So if you are like me and you like to skip to the end of the book and you want to learn how to have a complete transformation in 1 week as opposed to 3 months or 6 months or a year or never, then you're going to want to check out this retreat. So it's makeoveryourmindset.com/Bali. Also, the link is in the show notes. So thanks so much. With that, here goes the episode. Have a great day. When I started learning how to manifest money, it became clear that it was very energetic. There's an energetic principle for how money works and how money comes to you. And there's energetic minimums and maximums that you become accustomed to earning over time. This is how money works. So whatever you're energetically available for is what you're going to experience in your life. And let me just give you an example, and maybe you can think about it yourself. Like, do you often, when you, throughout the month, let's say, you get paid, you spend all the money on your bills, you pay your bills, and at the end, there's just enough to, maybe there's a few dollars left over before you get paid again, and then it goes up. So that's your energetic minimum. Might be $500 in your bank account. It might be $3. It might be less than $1 in your bank account, right? Or it could be $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. It's whatever you're used to and whatever you've become accustomed to and accepted. So also you can think about If you've worked several kinds of jobs, have they all paid you the same thing or paid you similar salaries? If you really are used to making a certain amount of money and you're not used to jumping, like let's just say from 60,000 to 100,000, then that gives you an idea of what your energetic minimum is. We also have maximums, right? So it's all about what you can get behind and what you can accept for yourself that you typically earn, and what doesn't give you any resistance when you think about it. So like, for instance, if like you've subconsciously decided upon a number in your head that you can accept that you're going to earn, or you can accept that you get paid, and it doesn't change until you decide that you're worthy of earning more money and you're worthy of earning a higher salary or getting paid more for the work that you do, whether you're an entrepreneur or you work in a factory. Like, it doesn't matter. It's all the same principles. It doesn't work differently for me or for you. It works all the same. So just take a look back at what you've experienced, and then that'll give you an idea of where you're starting from. But, you know, subconsciously, if you've learned this, like, you might say to me, like, oh my God, no, I really want to be making X amount of money. I'm just stuck at this plateau and I can't get further. So that's what I help you with, to work through those issues and to work through all of these emotional connections and blocks that keep telling you that you're only worthy of $100,000 a year at the max, or that maybe even less. Maybe it's saying to you you're only worth $60,000 a year at max. And it's not your fault that you think these things or believe these things. It's things you've heard from trusted adults or family members or friends or recruiters or people at work, and you've accepted it as true because you looked at them like an expert and you valued their opinion. And I'm asking you to consider my opinion, because when I look around, I see a hell of a lot of like evidence that this is true. And also, like, the other thoughts that are more limiting are a little more depressing to me. They don't make me feel good. And I think when you sell yourself short and it doesn't make you feel good, that should give you an idea of whether you're aligned to it or not. So if the idea of doubling your income sounds great to you, then let's get behind that belief as opposed to the belief that your income is limited to XYZ number. So if you are with my email list, you got an email this morning and I asked you to do like a quick exercise. So just think with me here. Try this. Like, how much do you make in a year or a month? Like, take that number and say out loud, I make blank per year. So go ahead and do it. If you're watching this on the replay, I want you to hit #replay and tell me what you felt when you said that sentence. Okay. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you can leave me, like, screenshot it and leave me a Instagram note as to how you felt when you said this. Okay, how did it feel? Like, I am guessing that there weren't any weird feelings that came up. You probably easily accepted the fact that you earn currently X amount per year. There wasn't anything inside your head saying like, no, you don't, or anything like that. And you were more willing to, like, energetically accept that number, right? You can drop me some hearts if that is the case. So here, try this. I want you to try it again. This time, double that amount from before, and say that out loud, like even more loudly. Like, I make X amount per year, but it's double the number you actually make. So I want you to do that, and then think, notice, how did that feel? Did it feel the same as the previous time you tried this? Like, or did a lot of resistance and weird feelings come up? Was there a voice in your head that said, no, you don't, like, you don't make that amount of money? Or was there any sort of other, like, feelings that came up when you said, I make X amount of money, and you doubled your income? That is where your resistance is, and that's what's holding you back from making more money, because you're energetically aligned to a lower number that you're used to making, and you've decided that you're worthy of. So I'm guessing that there was probably, like, a lot more weird feelings, like, I don't know, sometimes when I do it, like there's a voice in my head that's like, you're crazy as hell for thinking that this could work out. You are crazy to think, like, who are you to think that you could earn this amount of money? And really it's great. Like I look at it as a great thing when these things come up, because it's these limiting beliefs that are literally limiting you from your next level, limiting me from my next level. And I'm able to sit there and what's the word? I can not contradict, but I can, basically go against that and say, no, that's not true. Like really what's ultimately true to me is that I am definitely worthy of making double what I'm used to making right now. And I'm definitely like worthy of any sort of salary that like I want to make. Like this is what you want to say to yourself to combat. Maybe that was the word I was looking for earlier. But like combat the thoughts in your head that limit you to the salary that you're at. You start saying, no, like it's of high service for me to be paid more. It's of high service to me and my family that I make more money. It's okay to make more money. There's nothing wrong or bad or evil or sad that's going to happen if I make more money or if my family has more. Keep saying these things to yourself to rewire those thoughts that are going on in your head that tell you you're not worthy of making twice as much as you're used to. There are limitless amounts of money out there. We are conditioned to think that we're limited to the certain amount that we currently make in our jobs. And if you continue to think that way, then that's what you're going to get. So when you look at money, like it really is all energetics. It's what you can get behind, what you can, feel into and believe that you're worthy of, and that hold that vibration of more and more and more so that you can decide and actually accept that that is exactly what you're worthy of earning. And I really work on this a lot with my clients because it's all about what you can get behind. And if you can get behind higher numbers, then you're going to start seeing higher numbers coming to you. And if you can get behind your worthiness and accept the fact and decide how much that you want to earn and decide and believe and know that it's true that you're going to earn that, then everything starts coming together. And you start, like I've said before, seeing all these opportunities that'll come to you that will prove that there's more money on the way, just out of left field, right field, whatever. Like you won't know how it's coming to you. You just have to be open and decide and believe that you're worthy of earning more. And if this is too much for you to hear right now, like just listen to the next things or whatever. Like don't discount what I'm saying, because I have seen it for myself that this is true, and it's the way to get, it's the path for you to get to more money. You work through all of these subconscious blocks that you have, and that's the only way to get through. Thank you. Only way to get through and get to the other side of this like mental block that's there that's keeping you from more. And that would be my major tip for you today. And, I'm working a lot with this in the upcoming Bali retreat. This is exactly the type of thing that we work on, because you are going to come with all these thoughts in your head. And what it's going to do, it's going to allow you to work through them, get them all out of your head, get all of the gross stuff that we've been thinking this whole time, myself included, and replace it with more empowering beliefs that allow you to believe that it's possible for you, even though you've never had any sort of like evidence of it in the past. Anything that's happened in the past like doesn't matter. Like it's not worth two shits, to be honest with you, because you can decide today, whether you're 20 years old or 60 years old, that you get to live life a different way from now on. And it all starts with the thoughts and the feelings that you have allowed yourself to think and feel, and continuously think and feel, that created your beliefs, and those create your actions and results that you end up seeing in life. So if you're interested, and you're ready to like finally not rely on some like dumbass manager to tell you that you're worthy of a 2% like increase, like, gee, thanks, that wonderful. I'm pretty sure I worked more than 2% extra this year, right? Like I can't even start with that because I've been through it so many times, and I was just like, well, can you at least pay for my Starbucks today? Because that would be great. Thanks. Okay. So if you're ready to like bust through this and not give your power away to people who they're not looking out for your best interest. It's time for you to look out for your best interest and find a new way, which involves rewiring all of these thoughts and getting the thoughts out that are not empowering you and getting you to a place where you can make a shit ton of money. Honestly, it's all out there for you. And it's just as easy to manifest a $4 coffee as it is a $40,000 check. It's just what you can get behind and believe and know and accept and, know that it's yours and it's true. And I believe you can do it. Anybody can do this. You don't need a freaking college degree or even a high school degree to learn how to energetically align with the energy of money and receive a shit ton of it. So that's what I'm here for, to help you with. So I get with this Bali retreat, if you're afraid you won't get your investment back, maybe you've done things like this in the past and you just haven't seen anything out of it, or because maybe you haven't had somebody to really hold your feet to the fire and hold you accountable and keep cheering you on along the way. But or you could be scared as hell that you're going to let yourself down, or don't trust that it can work for you. But let me assure you, it absolutely can. Because you really are worthy of more. You're really worthy of getting more out of life, more money. You're capable of making way more money than you are right now. And you're destined for better and better and better and better things happening in life, and it always unfolding in your favor. So I want you to love that person that you are today and you're going to become. And, ask yourself, what if it worked for you this time, right? So what if this is the ticket? What if this is the thing that gets you where you need to be? And what if this is exactly what it takes to move on and become that version of you who's finally getting everything that she wants, because you're meant for way more than what you're experiencing right now. So like I said in my email, the magic only happens when you take the actions. And if your heart and soul is pulling you towards something, then that's exactly the action that you need to take. So I've got a couple affirmations for you, and I want you to write them down and use them if this is speaking to you. One I like to say is, I know I'm worthy of X amount per month, and my work is worthy of massive compensation. And then finally, I'm willing to take the steps and the inspired guidance and follow through with the action every day to reach this new minimum with ease. So I hope that helps, y'all. This is the way that you can really start earning a lot more, start attracting a lot more, becoming more of a magnet for money. It all starts with your energy. So I hope this was helpful for you. If it helped you in any way, shape, or form, please leave me a comment here and let me know. Drop some hearts. And if you're ready to create really major shifts in your mindset with money, becoming more magnetic to money and making it a lifelong shift, then I invite you to check out my Bali retreat. Call me through the DMs. You can send me a message if you want to talk any more further. The time really is running out for the extra $500 off. And like I said, if you're part of my private group, you get an additional $200 off. So that's a total of $700 towards the cost of the retreat. My current payment plan is over 5 months. So by the time you're done with the payment plan, you would have made a buck ton more money than what you're going to be spending to come on this retreat. We are going to do so much deep dive work, and you can't even wrap your head around it. I'm so excited. It's the most exciting thing I've ever done. So thank you guys for hopping on today. I'm going to leave this video up for a while. And if this resonated with you, please do leave a comment, and I will be seeing you soon. Happy Sunday. Saturday. I hope your football teams win if you're from America. I hope your soccer teams win if you're into that sort of football. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye. Thank you so much for choosing to push play on another episode of the Makeover Your Mindset podcast. If you absolutely loved today's episode, please take a minute to screenshot the episode, put it on Instagram, tag me, and let me know what's working for you. I absolutely love hearing from each and every one of you, and I love being able to bring this podcast to you on a weekly basis. Also, please take a minute if you're loving the podcast and leave a rating and a review. I absolutely love each and every review that's been put on iTunes. They help us reach more people, help more people find out about the Makeover Your Mindset podcast, and keep the good stuff coming to you. Thanks again so much. I love you all, and I look forward to meeting here again next week.